Hey guys, I'm back and I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to do my Ungoth confessional tag. See you guys in a minute. So I was going to do this last week, but I was out in Nashville visiting my brother and his kids, and I had everything done. Well, almost done. And my nephew comes running outside, right in camera shot. And then I stopped doing it and didn't get back to, finishing it or getting it put up. So here I am this week, ready to do my top 10 Ungoth confessionals. And yes, I even have a book. The number one would be I am an avid Muppets fan. Like Kermit the Frog, Fozzie the Bear, Animal. Love the Muppets. I grew up watching them and they've always been some of my some good shows and some good comedy for me. Even the later movies, the newer ones, like, the one that came out recently, The Muppets, with the evil Kermit in it. By the way, I love the evil Kermit memes on Facebook. Number two, I actually own a tie-dyed shirt. Now this, was kind of a gift from one of my friends, because I had a white dress shirt and, he did some tie-dye, and I'm like, it'd be interesting to see if you could, what it would look like if you could tie-dye one of my dress shirts. And he did it, and I'm like, dude, how many people do can say that they have something like that? Number three, I still sleep with a stuffed animal. His name's Frag. I don't know if he's actually made an appearance in any of these videos, but he's on my Facebook. He was a gift from one of my friends who picked him up over in Scotland, and I promised I'd keep him by my bed until I was married. And that way I would, kind of think of her from time to time. And, well, I'm still not married yet, so he's still by my bed. Number four, I love Kingdom Hearts. Okay, I just love RPGs in general. And, if you ask the kids over at Columbine, the fact that I don't like first-person shooters might make me less of a goth, but give me a RPG like Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy, and I'll sit and I'll be happy playing it for hours. Next thing I like comics. Like the old school, like Garfield, like in the Peanuts, and Charlie Brown, Beetle Bailey, Family Circus. I love the Sunday funnies. They always crack me up. They always get me to smile, and I don't know why I thought that was ungoth, but you don't hear a lot of goths. When you hear goths talking comic books or comics, you think like Batman or Spawn. Give me the Sunday funnies, man. Number six, I'm actually more of a metalhead. Yeah, I do like some goth bands like Leper or Dark Valentine, but give me some metal. Give me something like Living Sacrifice or Tourniquet, Give me something that rocks. And the harder, the screamier, the better. Along the same lines is number seven. I'm a fan of some Southern gospel. When I grew up, listening to bands like the Cathedrals or the Statler Brothers, the whole quartet, Southern Gospel, Gaither, bands, I grew up listening to that, and that still has a place in my, heart. In fact, I thought I'd hear some when I went to Nashville last week, in the truck. But, I had my headset in instead, and I don't know if it was actually played. Number 8. I love Abbott and Costello and the old kind of British humor. Give me stuff like that, or some Monty Python, I love that stuff. And again, you don't really think of goths laughing unless they're perky goths, like Abby from NCIS, but I love the old humor. The new humor, not so much. Like, I can't remember the last time I went to the movie theaters just to see a comedy. And it just doesn't appeal to me as much as some of the old stuff. I will say The Big Bang Theory. That is probably the only exception. Number 9. I am not that creative, or I don't do a whole lot of DIY stuff. You know, I mean, a lot of guys who think DIY, or they're into the arts or music, or have this creative gene or something about them. Not so much with me. I mean, I occasionally write some poetry, but I'm not that into the arts. Like I feel the stereotypical goth, is, being creative and doing like drawings and pictures and do-it-yourself clothing. Yeah, that's never got into that. And finally, this is something I've seen in some of the other videos, and it resonates with me, so I'm gonna say it. Outside of the people online that I know online, I don't really have any goth friends. I don't have people who are in the goth community that just live a block away and I can go hang out with, or just live in the next town over. But I plan on getting back to that when I get back to the other series on that I have been doing, looking at Churcher and Being Lonely. And I should be ending that series up a little later today. Anyway, that's my 10 Ungoth confessionals, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was a nice change of pace, Hope it kind of made you smile, and you got to learn a little bit about me. You guys take care up there. Peace.